Good evening, Bahamas. Coming up tonight on our news.
The Democratic National Alliance and the Free National Movement team up for a surprising announcement. We've got the details straight ahead on our news.
A seating mix-up in the House of Assembly as Fnm MPs take on their new roles.
Fnm supporters gather outside the House of Assembly this morning. That story straight ahead.
New details revealed about the sale of Baha Mar Resort. Bodies discovered as a Haitian sloop capsizes near South Beach. Welcome to our news and thanks for joining us. I'm Christina McNeil. Topping news tonight, members of the Free National Movement and the Democratic National Alliance have officially joined forces, with DNA leader Granville McCartney appointed as opposition leader Loretta Butler Turner's first pick for the Senate. She made the announcement as a press conference at the House of Assembly this afternoon, where she said both sides are working above party politics to achieve a common good. Dana Smith tells us more. Dana?
Well, flanked by members of both the FNM and the DNA, the newly appointed leader of the opposition announced that DNA leader Granville McCartney will be appointed leader of opposition business in the Senate. Both McCartney and Butler Turner explained they share the same goal of getting rid of the PLP. As the drama in the FNM continues to unfold, many have been questioning what's next, as it's still unclear just what plan the 7 dissenting FNM MPs have in hand. Butler Turner told reporters today her team has been collaborating and working very closely with the DNA to ensure that people are placed ahead of party politics.
It is a distinct honor. It is also very historic to show you exactly what it takes when you're able to work across borders to achieve a common good for the Bahamian people. We are very delighted to be able, as Her Majesty's loyal opposition, to welcome the forces and the strength and to name today as opposition business leader in the Senate, Mr. Granville McCartney.
Explaining her reasons for choosing McCartney to lead the opposition in the Senate, Butler Turner took note of McCartney's parliamentary experience, having worked alongside him in the prior FNM cabinet. She said together they will hold the PLP's feet to the fire.
We have a country to build. We have to do what is necessary to get a better country. Where we are today is not working. Our goal and our discussions center solely around ridding this country of the Progressive Liberal Party.
However, the question remains, what will this new relationship mean for the 7 FNM MPs who banded together to oust Dr. Hubert Minnis as leader of the opposition, an unprecedented move that sent shockwaves across the country's political landscape.
We actually have a position where the Free National Movement, and we are Free National Movement members, has sent letters out to each of the 7 MPs that make up the majority opposition now and asking us to answer them. And so our position is resolute. We will answer our charges and we will allow the party to take the course of action which they need to take as prescribed by the Constitution.
As for who else will be appointed to the Senate and what will happen next, Butler Turner said that's all in the works.
The only thing that stops us now from rolling out the rest of our senators is the fact that we understand from the Prime Minister that there has to be clarification as to whether we will be able to use 3 senators or whether we'll be able to appoint 4 senators. So in that regard, that is what we're concentrating on. I ask you to stay tuned, because essentially what is going to happen is going to be so dynamic, and you're going to be able to see that we're able to do something totally different from what you look at in terms of just party politics in the Bahamas.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Dana Smith.
Thanks, Dana. Well, today's House of Assembly session marked Long Island MP Loretta Butler Turner's first appearance as leader of the opposition. But according to FNM leader Dr. Hubert Minnis, recent events have left some people confused about his position in the party. Taking to his feet today, he said he wants to make it clear where he stands.
I want to remind all Bahamians and our supporters that I, Hubert Alexander Minnis, is the official leader of the Free National Movement. I did not give, and those who have spread rumors around social media that I have resigned, let me say so that the world can hear. I do not retreat, and as a Bahamian, I will not give.
Minnis says the party is stronger than ever, but he can't say the same for those 7 Fnm MPs who called for his removal from office.
But, Mr. Speaker, I want to say that in all this, I think those 7 members are probably more damaged. As a matter of fact, they can now, Mr. Speaker, they can now be referred to as a tumor or cancerous.
Well, while Minnis and Butler Turner squared off inside the House of Assembly, their supporters were assembled outside. Our Jasmine Brown spoke with a few of them and has this report. Jasmine?
That's right, Christina. There was also dissenting views outside the House of Assembly this morning as supporters of both Dr. Minnis and Loretta Butler Turner gathered to express their opinions. While those supporters were small in numbers, they were passionate in their delivery. Wearing their Fnm and Rock with Doc shirts were supporters of Dr. Minnis. Those we spoke to say they were disappointed and outraged over the recent developments, as some accused Butler Turner and the 6 rebel MPs of hijacking the party.
We out here to make sure that the FNMs know that we stand behind our leader and we stand behind the FNM brand and what the FNM stands for.
You can't tell me he's a weak leader. Well, you was a part of that weakness. What did you do to make strength under strength in him?
I'm here this morning to support my leader, Dr. Hubert Minnis, who is the leader of the Free National Movement. I'm not here to support the Rebel 6. As far as I'm concerned, I just wait for them to be expelled from the party.
Butler Turner's constituents from Long Island said they fully support their MP and her actions, as they say she has proven herself to be a worthy leader.
She did her best to make sure that we were well taken care of. We actually don't have anything against Loretta Butler Turner in Long Island.
If Ms. Butler Turner is expelled from the party and is no longer a member of the FNM, would you vote for her as an MP?
I would still support her, yes, and no matter what, I think that she is an individual who has and wants to see progress in this country.
Meantime, Fnm Tall Pines candidate Don Sanders says while he supports Minnis, he hopes the party heals soon.
I hope that in the future we would be able to see a unified FNM.
Now, while they all disagreed on who should be leader of the party, they did agree on one thing, that FNMs need to come together in order to beat the PLP in the next general election. Reporting for our news, I'm Jasmine Brown. Back to you, Christina.
Thanks, Jasmine. In other news, Prime Minister Perry Christie today shedding some light on the sale of the embattled multi-billion-dollar Baha Mar Resort to a subsidiary of Hong Kong-based Chow Tai Fook Enterprises Limited. This as he noted that much of the detailed information surrounding the acquisition remains sealed. Christie says $101.5 million has been earmarked to fund all remaining construction costs to complete Baha Mar, as well as payment of employees and unsecured creditors.
Despite the challenges that this development has endured, construction of the property has commenced once again, and Baha Mar is now back on a path for the phased opening beginning in April 2017 and full completion by the next fall.
The new hotel owner is not new to the Baha Mar project. Its subsidiary, Rosewood, has been involved in Baha Mar since 2011. Christie says other hotel brands will once again be a part of the resort, with Grand Hyatt managing the 95,000 square foot casino and 200,000 square foot convention spaces.
CTF has already engaged and had discussions with hotel brands involved in Baha Mar, including the SLS Lux, Grand Hyatt, and its very own Rosewood, to re-engage and bring the development to life.
Christie says the resort is expected to create between 5,500 and 7,000 jobs for Bahamians. The new Baha Mar resort will rely partially on the resort's original vision to create a world-class product. However, Christie says there are some new elements now on the table.
CTF's future expansion calls for the creation of new attractions, the replacement of the Crystal Palace Hotel Port with a compelling new facility, and to turn their offshore island into a themed attraction.
Christie says remobilization is underway and many of the same people and companies previously contracted can expect to be or have been re-engaged to complete the project.
Baha Ma is on track to realize its potential as a premier destination resort, a major employer and an important contributor to the entire Bahamian economy. This outcome is good for the Bahamas and great for the Bahamian people.
Still to come on our news.
Police and Defense Force officers rush here to the South Beach area to make a shocking discovery. That story is coming up straight ahead.
One man is in custody for questioning in connection to an early morning murder, and reform is ahead for the maritime sector. That's coming up when our news returns.